G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. I am the Fat Bandicoot and we are here with episode 3 of season 2 of Halo, where previously on we had Silver Team, or more specifically the Chief, going rogue. It's chasing down Cobalt Squad or Cobalt Team. Apparently they haven't even left Reach, so he's chasing them down. He's made the Silver Team go rogue. We've got Halsey as a prisoner of the ONI. And Atkinson has Cortana. McKee has her hands on a keystone. And we still got no sign of Soren. Don't know what he's up to. He's on his way somewhere, I assume. Like, at this stage, I assume he's being taken by the ONI as well. And before we continue on with the video, I did get a couple of comments from the last couple of videos, so thank you all very much for pitching in and giving me your ideas and what you think about, what's going on. We got one that was left on episode 1, Sanctuary. It was from Ant. It says, people get surprised that Chief took his helmet off, like it's normal for soldiers to wear their complete kit at all times. Obviously, yeah, in reality, that is the case. They don't wear their uniforms all the time. It makes sense in the show as well. It's like, obviously, they're not just walking around Reach wearing full armor all the time for really no reason. But I think in the form of him taking his helmet off when he's not on Reach is what people have more of a problem with. It doesn't fall in line with the canon story of the Chief and how he's supposed to be, and it's just a form of gatekeeping that I never really agree with. I've never been one to gatekeep on anything. I look at it for what it is. It makes perfect sense story-wise. If he's on home base, he's not just walking around Reach wearing full armor all the time. So, like, that's it. I think people are just upset that when he's out doing his thing, he's not taking his, he takes his helmet off. I think he did it when he met Quan for the first time. Season 1, if I remember correctly, that's when he took it off. And that made perfect sense story-wise. I didn't have a problem with it. But it's just, people like to gatekeep, and it was just didn't fall in line with what they knew of the Chief at the time. And we got another comment here from, I believe, episode 2. Yep, from D. Giesinger, D-G-U-I Singer. It's a D. Giesinger, I don't know. I apologize for getting that wrong, but it is what it is. He says, and let me get the full comment up. There's a couple of points he's made. It says, in the first episode, they were showing refugees from glass planets who were looking for a place to go and were becoming indentured servants at the rubble. They didn't specifically say Quan was part of that, but that's how she got there. Still don't care for her storyline, but at least they have dripped the information in episode 1 for context. Agreed. And I didn't actually put those two things together until I read this comment, so thank you very much. I don't know why I didn't put that together. The information was there, but it didn't click for whatever reason. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you still don't care for a storyline, I'm not willing to abandon it so quickly. I believe I mentioned that in like episode 1 or something. I'm not outright going to abandon it. I want to see what it is, this season before I just abandon it altogether. And it's one of those things, man. They did, like, I'm not willing to abandon it. I didn't quite like it first episode. Could they have handled her reintroduction, I guess, this season a bit better, as opposed to keeping it vague and what they did? I think they could have done. I mean, it does save time for what they did. Could they have done something like, let's see, could she have been a servant doing servant stuff and then she escapes, and that's where they could have done it like this episode. It's like she was on the run, she meets up with this, like all this stuff's happening with Soren regardless, but it's like all this, and then she sees what's happening, kills a bunch of people, and that's where we end the episode. They could have done something like that last episode, this episode, but they could have done something like that, but it saves time. Like I'm not willing to abandon it so quickly. Um, excuse me. Like I'm not willing to abandon it oh so quickly. I mean, they've showed us where she was, where she's at very quickly, and then we just have to move forward from there. So I'm willing to stick it out. It already kind of seems better than episode 1, even though it's just 2 episodes in. Granted, first season, I think I said this already in a previous video, but like episode 1 was just an introduction to all the characters, and that was basically her origin story. And it's just, what is she gonna do now that, even though she fought for Madrigal the first season, didn't seem to matter in the long run. Now that Madrigal has fallen, it's been glassed, it's done. So we just have to see where she goes from there, and just move on. The next bit of the comment is, Julia is a Flash clone, same as the kids that they used to replace the Spartans with when they snatched them. That makes perfect sense. It's the same cloning technology. And obviously they're just making more than one, so yeah, it makes perfect sense. They would all die within days of being replaced from things such as nosebleed. Yes, that does make perfect sense. I did put those two together by the end of the episode. Yeah, they're just dying. They're just quick. Obviously, they serve a purpose. Maybe they're trying to perfect that technology at some point. Maybe it's a bit different than what they were doing with the Spartans. Maybe she just can't survive. There's obviously something wrong with the clone technology. Maybe it's not supposed to die so quickly. There's something going on there. But I don't know. Let's see. And the third point he's made is, Ackerson never actually doubted the chief. He secretly sent Cobalt immediately to Visegrad relay in episode 1 because the relay going down mirrored what Chief reported from Sanctuary. I mean, yes, it makes perfect sense. The question is, like, why? Like, if you already know what's going on, if you think the actual... Why not just tell the chief that? I mean, because by the end of the episode, he went completely rogue, and you're treating him like he's a nutcase. So why not just tell the chief what's going on, like what you think is going on? Like, why treat him the way you're treating him, instead of being like, hey, yo, you're the chief, go back up Cobalt, they're not responding, this is what's going on, they're in trouble, go help them. Instead, the chief is now gone rogue, pulled Silver Team in with it, and it's just not going to end well. So I don't know. Like, there is no doubt, but I don't know. I can't read Ackerson. I don't know where he's going with what he's doing. So, I mean, obviously we're probably going to find out this episode, so we just have to wait and see. Yeah, so, I mean, thank you all very much for the comments. Keep them coming with what you think about the show and where we see things going. Because, and, like these two guys, there's comments before, it's helped with some context. It's helped me with some context as well. And keep them coming. Keep these comments coming about where you think things should go, how things you think are gonna end, and where do we see Reach falling? Is it gonna be next episode? Is it gonna be episode 7, episode 8? How many episodes are in this season? I think there's 8. Will we see it at the finale? Will we see it sooner than that? But thank you all for the comments and keep them coming. But I am excited to see what happens with the chief. So let's just get to it. Man, I tell you, last week sucked. Episode 2 was just copyright. It's terrible. It took me so long to figure out how to actually get it through the copyright. It took a couple of re-uploads as well. It stopped. So hopefully this episode goes a bit better.
I'll tell you this, we will have contact. Until then, it's just us.
Yeah, because you went rogue. Stop questioning the chief. That was a quick opening. That was only like a couple of minutes. The other episodes have been like 10 to 15. It's the same sound there. So the Covenant is here. I assume they're jamming comms. You'll need to let me know if you guys have played Halo Reach, if there's some form of Easter eggs in this episode or something.
See if you can get the power up. No sound, Cobalt. No breach marks it.
Holy shit. What are they doing? Sounded like some machine going off. That's a door. But what does it all mean? There's obviously something in that noise she's listening to.
You are impeding my mission. Move.
There is no mission.
Yes, there is.
You stole a condor.
What?
Falsified a flight plan.
What is she talking about?
You're not even authorized to be in those suits right now, let alone pointing a gun at my face. So stand down or we will...
That's probably not gonna happen.
Good luck with that.
Where is Cobalt team?
Last chance.
John.
For you, maybe.
Cobalt is or I'm going through that door.
I gave you an order.
Who cares?
Chief?
Hope he stands down, though.
Stand down!
I guess not.
Chief.
They were here. I can prove it.
How? You need to speak to what's her name. She's figured something out.
So when's she coming? Your sister?
She's dead, isn't she?
She's gone, Dad. No.
It's terrible.
Just you and I know that. Damn well know that. Don't think that I don't know that.
Pointing a loaded weapon in the face of an officer?
I did that, sir.
Sir, I had credible information.
You
regarding-
had a feeling. You had a delusion.
The delusion? Shut up.
The chain. Didn't you?
Well, going rogue didn't last long.
Yes, sir.
You know nothing.
Knows more than
It's
you.
your job to know. It's mine. Your job is to follow orders.
Cobalt was at Visegrad, sir.
4 days ago, Cobalt was deployed to Actus 4.
According to you.
I saw Cobalt's flight plan. Chief, I saw it. They changed it.
They probably did.
You're erratic.
Since when do you question my judgment?
Since you started seeing dead people. I didn't tell anyone. You said
She's
you
not
told me
dead.
in the Sanctuary.
So,
John,
it's gonna be proven right. Everyone's gonna be like, ah, fuck.
I don't talk.
125, you are not dismissed.
Slowly losing interest. Because it's a very predictable outcome.
Danger. I can see that. Not from Ruby Ann. I'm talking about your crew.
Yeah, the mutinous fucks.
We're not finished. Kessler,
All the toys, man. He had a warthog, had a couple others.
Can I come?
Yep.
No.
Everybody goes.
That's so.
We're all family.
If you get any closer, we're gonna have to talk about our feelings.
Just a routine psych eval, Chief.
Oh, those guys are gonna be so unconscious.
Sorry.
Yep. That was quick.
And for the record, Chief was just doing what he thought was right.
Well, that's what concerns me. Look, I appreciate you coming down here to advocate for your CO.
The Chief went out.
So I think he knows that
There needs to be
Reach is probably gonna fall at some point, yeah? And soon.
John incapacitated the soldiers assigned to monitor him and escape this facility.
What?
Did he share his plans with you?
Because you've all turned against him, and he's right.
What plan? He just needs time.
Sometimes we do more damage by holding on.
He's speaking from experience, but two very different situations.
I'm Quan, huh?
So,
My family? Protected magical for more generations than anyone can count.
not like you could defend against this, like a whole bloody squad of like elites and stuff. Your planet was lost. I mean, can't really defend against that.
It's time to go.
I feel like she's pretty recognizable, yeah?
Keep your head down.
You're gonna get noticed, woman. Well, they're all gonna notice that. But is the ship, like, fixed?
Everything's gonna be okay, yes.
I don't know.
Told you. Oh no.
Like, what did you think they were gonna do?
We're not going to make it. Hold on.
Punch it. That's always a good plan. Well, that didn't last long.
What are you doing? Wait for my move, then get Kessler out of here. Use the hatch.
Ah, shit.
Sorry, I never.
Give it up. It's not personal.
Damn, that was a scratch and a half.
Plasma scarring in the area.
Well, look at that.
Coming.
Cobalt was there.
How would you like to handle this? The body, sir.
There are no bodies. They'll be listed as ever.
Jesus Christ.
Sir.
Why cover it up, though?
You alright, Admiral?
No.
I understand. It's a tragedy.
Did you know?
Of course he fucking did.
Pardon me.
Did you know? The Master Chief's suspicions were valid when you sent our soldiers out into a hostile...
I resent the implication.
I want to know what you knew. And I want to know when you knew.
Cortana's probably the one who told him all about it.
Calm down.
Covenant element hit Cobalt Team days ago. We can only assume the Covenant fleet isn't far behind. There is a plan in place, but it's going to require some hard choices. I need to
And that doesn't include the Master Chief for some fucking reason, because you're a cunt.
Don't think for a second this doesn't cost me everything. For this
The Covenant reaches Earth, doesn't it?
reality,
In the games, at least.
can I count on you?
Go fuck yourself.
Attaboy, Admiral. About to sacrifice millions of people, prick.
Where's my husband? Is
But
he
like,
alive?
I don't know why you
It's not too late, Antara.
do this to the Chief, though, you know? It's like you would need Silver Team at some point. And they have to make it off Reach first, you know? Maybe that's the whole idea. You keep them on reach so that when they can bite a little bit and then end up dying or something. Like, I don't know.
Try it.
No, thank you.
Eat. You'll feel better.
Smile. You'll never speak of it again. They will probably give you another medal.
He's not gonna do that.
I need to know we understand each other.
You think he's not gonna fight his way out of there?
Exactly. Did you leave Oni, Admiral?
If you walk out of here, I won't be able to help you.
You never left.
Stand down, John.
Everybody, man.
I don't think so.
And then when they were old enough to think for themselves, you made sure they never would. You put in those pellets. So they never had to feel desire or ambition or preference.
When you have these elite super soldiers, you have to control them somehow.
That's it.
So they don't turn against you.
Why are you here?
I just came to say goodbye. You won't be here to see it, but these things that you made, broken as they may be, they are going to become the foundation for something extraordinary.
Turn them into martyrs.
That gives you
Martyrs.
some comfort in the end.
Martyrs? Martyrs.
Julia, did you think I didn't know who she was? I
His
remember
sister?
all of them. Especially your sister.
Shit.
She was so curious, but you never know who's going to make it through the augmentation and who isn't. And she didn't.
Fuck.
But I do know that she loved you very much.
I mean, if you leave Halsey here,
Gives
I think that'd
you
be a
some
mistake.
comfort.
The knowledge this woman has and her skill set would be valuable.
I thought you were leaving.
I didn't want you to be alone. I'm not a monster.
Hey, Soren. Okay.
I'll let you two get reacquainted.
I wonder what Soren's gonna do.
Boss, we're exiting sleep space.
I heard you. Well, let them have their
I
way.
wonder if they're gonna try to escape.
Last I see Soren, his ass was on a prison ship headed for Reach. So settle in. It could be a while.
You're a son of a bitch.
No,
Yes, he is.
I'm an opportunist.
Hope these guys die. Painfully.
Soren tells you everything. You know where he's stashed it.
Stashed what?
The treasure.
What treasure?
You think this is funny?
What you call a treasure was a box full of deuterium tokens that wasn't worth much to begin with.
Heard enough.
She's probably telling the truth.
Ruby Ann doesn't want the money, she wants the rubble.
Calm down. You hear that sound? Yeah. You think you should do something about it?
But I'm the other guy.
I'm watching.
You've just taken it out of my hands. Just remember, I didn't want what happens next.
He did ask nicely.
You have 1 minute to rethink your position.
I mean, if you kill her, you're not gonna find the stash. If it exists. So...
Think of Kessler. With Soren on Reach, who's gonna look after him? Just tell me what I want to know.
What the fuck was that? Where did she even come from? She was obviously the one making the noise.
Quan, I asked you a question.
Huh. Fuck. Zero hesitation.
Why not? Because then you'd be dead.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Thank God.
It's gonna kill him, isn't he?
There's someone here to see you, Dad.
Maybe this is his final moments. It's a good thing if it's the last thing he sees.
Never been in a church before, have you?
He looks very uncomfortable.
You mean the woman?
Yep. McKee.
She's real, isn't she?
Yes.
How did she survive?
This is a recording from Sanctuary.
So she just travels with it?
It's not just interference, not just a sound. There's something underneath. A prayer.
And that makes perfect sense.
Know that I've come without mercy. Without pity.
Mm-hmm. Ah, shit.
Know that I am the instrument of your extinction. Upon this altar, I place the head of the demon.
And that's the chief? Based on my game knowledge, it is the chief.
May his blood mark the way to the sacred ring and consecrate the great journey of my people.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, so they're just taking off, huh? Just like that. Letting it fall, killing millions.
They're already here.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Nothing you can do about it. Fuck. Okay, so I thought the fall of Reach would either be closer to the end of the season, and then, or at least the end of the season, or at least close to it, so that you would have like some fallout. You'd probably reach a Halo by the end of the season or something like that. I didn't expect it to be episode 4, I guess, if that last bit was anything to go by. Yeah, O&I's just the leaders at least are fucked off. Probably nothing they could do to defend against the full armada of Covenant, so they literally just abandon the planet, willing to sacrifice millions. Don't know the issue with the chief. I don't know why he wouldn't let them or the Spartans at least know what's going on, so that they could at least, some of it anyway, so they stay on Reach, they fight to the death, really, until the Reach falls, and then you move on. But just turning them against him, and like, what did they think the chief was going to do if he discovered the truth, you know? You think he'd cause like a mass panic? Or what? You think he'd just be like, okay, this is what's going on. Maybe we go and do this. Maybe we do that. Like, who the fuck knows, man? It's a very predictable sort of thing going on with that. Halsey and Soren are together. I'm still curious as to whether Soren's going to try to kill Halsey, or because of the attack that's happening on Reach, maybe one of them dies, the other escapes. Maybe they both escape because of it. I wonder where Cortana's going to end up. Whether, well, I assume Cortana's been taken by the O&I. Actually, that's what makes the most sense. But man, having to wait until the end of the week to see episode 4, it sucks. Man, like, you guys let me know when you thought, like, for those that haven't seen a trailer like myself, or really don't know anything about the following episodes, like, just let me know if you guys thought that, like, the fall of Reach was going to happen at the end of the season, or like towards the end of the season, or something like that. Or I don't know, like, did you think it would happen this soon? Did you think it would happen later? maybe like another season, but well, probably wouldn't even happen another season, the way the story was going. Because we have to reach a Halo at some point, and that, just based on my gaming knowledge, that that happens after the fall of Reach. So maybe, yeah, I'm assuming we reach a Halo by the end of the season, and that sets up the next season. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Did you think? Yeah. So just let me know. Did you guys think that the fall of Reach would happen? For those that haven't seen a trailer or anything like that, did you think it would happen now? Did you think it would happen at the end of the season? If you guys enjoyed this reaction and want to see more of Halo Season 2, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join me next time. See you there.